Robert Downey Jr., after a 5-year break, is returning to Marvel, but before he did that, he actually turned down Ryan Reynolds.
Guys, so Ryan Reynolds obviously has to be deported back to Canada. Once again, this is a way for the left and the right to come together, because no matter where you stand on the topic of mass deportations of illegals, we can now all agree that the moral crimes committed here by Ryan Reynolds against Justin Baldoni have amounted to high treason.
Robert Downey Jr. turned down Ryan Reynolds, and it left Hollywood stunned. Imagine this. One of the most iconic actors of our generation, RDJ, refuses an offer that could have made cinematic history. But here's the kicker. It wasn't just a simple rejection for a movie cameo. Oh no, this was personal. Tension between these two A-list actors runs deeper than we all thought.
As Built members, what celebrities would be the most fun to hang out with?
He's probably on the list just because he covers himself up in his movies and you don't see his face. Ryan Reynolds, is he one of those? And you want to know something? He's not so funny in real life.
The real reason behind RDJ's decision will shock you, and trust me, it's about so much more than just scheduling conflicts or creative differences. There's a hidden story here, and once you hear what's really going on, you'll be left absolutely speechless. So, was Robert Downey Jr.'s decision a professional move? Or was he sending a message to Hollywood's so-called golden boy? Let's unravel the full story that's about to shake up the entire industry. We all know Deadpool 3 is one of the most anticipated movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, especially with the surprise return of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
Candace Owens posted to her story saying she spoke to a source that claims Ryan Reynolds is the problem. She said the tip came from someone who allegedly worked on the set and said lately everyone is bashing Blake Lively, but apparently the true villain of the saga is Ryan. This person is alleging that everything started when Ryan Reynolds decided to stroll onto the movie set one day and review the dailies. This is an industry term for all the footage that they filmed for the day. And he also decided to take a look at the script, and between the two, something allegedly set him off. This person claims that the production assistants then overheard Ryan and Blake having an argument in her trailer. Ryan Reynolds started being on the set on a regular basis as if he were her chaperone, and that is when he started inserting himself into the actual production, including writing lines. And then she says the next part was alleged in their lawsuits that Ryan and Blake, perhaps in response to her husband's anger, began inserting themselves in the effort to change lines and change scenes. And of course, the allegation that Ryan Reynolds was making fun of Justin Baldoni in his movie when he played the character Nice Pool. And we did hear this, I believe, from Justin's lawsuit, but correct me if I'm wrong, but she also says that allegedly Ryan presented an ultimatum to WME, the biggest talent agency in Hollywood, whose client roster include everyone from Taylor Swift to Justin Baldoni. Basically saying that it's us or him. And again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is what Justin Baldoni also alleged. And I think he said it happened either at the premiere of It Ends With Us or the premiere of Deadpool and Wolverine.
When Ryan Reynolds broke the internet with that teaser video announcing Wolverine's comeback, fans were beyond excited. After all, this was the crossover everyone had been dreaming about for years. So naturally, when Reynolds was casting for this mega movie, he had one name on his mind to take things to the next level: Robert Downey Jr., the man behind Iron Man, the literal cornerstone of the MCU. Reynolds thought this would be the perfect way to pull off an epic cameo that would solidify Deadpool 3 as an iconic film in Marvel's history. Just picture it, Deadpool and Iron Man sharing the screen. It would have broken box office records, become a viral sensation, and given fans a moment they would never forget. But instead of signing on the dotted line, Robert Downey Jr. did something unexpected.
Robert Downey Jr., after a 5-year break, is returning to Marvel, but before he did that, he actually turned down Ryan Reynolds. Making the movie Deadpool and Wolverine, Hugh Jackman told Ryan Reynolds in 2021 he'd return as Wolverine after saying 4 years earlier he'd never come back doing the movie Logan. It was one of those cameo-filled movies in history where 45 different actors from both the MCU and the Fox universe returned for Deadpool and Wolverine. But one actor Ryan Reynolds asked to return for Deadpool and Wolverine was Robert Downey Jr., saying he wanted him to share a scene with Jon Favreau. Jon Favreau does actually have a very big scene in the movie Deadpool and Wolverine, but that scene was originally written with Robert Downey Jr. taking the main stage and Jon Favreau only being a small part of it. He even wrote the scene in 2018 just so it would make sense for Robert Downey Jr.'s character to be in there, because it does take place before the events of Avengers Infinity War. When Ryan Reynolds approached Robert Downey Jr. with the script, he said he was completely shocked he got an instant no.
He flat out turned down the offer. That's right. He said no to the golden opportunity of making a surprise return to the MCU alongside one of Hollywood's most beloved stars. Fans were baffled, and the media ran wild with speculation. first, the rumor mill spun out the usual excuses: scheduling conflicts, creative differences, maybe even RDJ's commitment to new projects outside the superhero genre. But as the dust settled, it became clear that this wasn't just a case of bad timing or creative limitations. No, RDJ had his reasons, and they were far more personal than anyone could have imagined. Here's where things take a turn. You see, Robert Downey Jr. had been away from the Hollywood spotlight for a while, taking a well-deserved break after carrying the MCU on his shoulders for over a decade.
If he wants to go after you, he invests himself into every area of your life. And he did this Justin Baldoni. He's like, who are your friends, okay? Who owns the production company? Who owns the next movie script? I am going to invest myself everywhere. I'm going to be doing your movie premiere. I'm going to be doing promos and making fun of you, right? I'm going to put myself in the end credits. Like, this is like psychotic behavior.
Fans thought that maybe he just wasn't ready to dive back into the chaos of superhero movies. But insiders close to RDJ have a different story to tell. The decision to turn down Ryan Reynolds wasn't just about a role, it was about Ryan Reynolds himself. Rumor has it that RDJ caught wind of some behind-the-scenes drama involving Reynolds that made him think twice about being involved in his project. You might be wondering, what kind of drama could possibly make Robert Downey Jr. refuse such an iconic cameo? Well, buckle up, because it turns out that Ryan Reynolds has been at the center of several brewing controversies in Hollywood, and RDJ wanted nothing to do with it. According to multiple sources, there's been tension simmering between Reynolds and a number of high-profile figures in the industry. And while the public sees Ryan Reynolds as the funny, quick-witted, and endlessly charming actor, the reality behind the scenes paints a very different picture. For months now, rumors have been swirling around Hollywood about Ryan Reynolds' behavior on set and his relationships with other celebrities. One of the biggest stories involves none other than Justin Baldoni, a star known for his work on Jane the Virgin and his advocacy for positive masculinity in the industry. According to reports, Reynolds and Baldoni have been caught up in a quiet feud that started over creative differences but has since escalated into something much more personal.
I think after he got super famous from the first Deadpool, then things kind of changed. I think he was like, see, you guys see? And then I think I don't know. I mean, would I work with him again? No.
No.
I would not work with him
That
again.
much vitriol.
But I've said that about Michael Bay, and now we're friends, and I would work with him again. But I think Michael Bay is different. And Michael Bay worked on a movie with Ryan Reynolds also. And so he has a very specific opinion
That may mirror
of
your
Ryan
own.
Reynolds. And that was a good part of our last conversation with me and Bay. But I sort of wish him well because he's so good at Deadpool. And I think it's weird that he hates me.
The root of the conflict? It's been whispered that Ryan Reynolds has been butting heads with Baldoni behind the scenes of a project they were both involved in, leading to a major fallout. While Baldoni is known for his calm and positive demeanor, insiders say that Reynolds' controlling tendencies clashed with Baldoni's approach, and the tension eventually reached a breaking point. But that's not all. Reynolds' personal life has also been a subject of speculation, particularly his relationship with his wife, Blake Lively. The couple, who are often seen as Hollywood's it pair, have faced their fair share of rumors, some suggesting that not everything is as picture-perfect as it.
Breaking news! It's all coming out in the wash. So Blake Lively, what she did to Justin Baldoni, guess what? She learned it from Ryan. Ryan Reynolds did the same thing to Marina, her last name is Baccaron, who also was in Deadpool. You remember when she made Justin Baldoni go sit in the basement with his family for the movie premiere? Ryan Reynolds did the same thing to Marina and her family. He did not allow her to be part of any of the movie's premieres for Deadpool.
Blake Lively has also found herself at the center of this growing feud between Reynolds and Baldoni. Now, here's where Robert Downey Jr. comes back into the picture. According to inside sources, RDJ was well aware of the tensions between Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, and Justin Baldoni. And it's been said that Reynolds and Lively tried to drag RDJ into their personal feud. While RDJ has always maintained a professional demeanor and steered clear of public controversy, he wasn't willing to let himself get tangled in a toxic situation. This raises the question, why did RDJ refuse to work with Ryan Reynolds? Was it purely because of the personal drama surrounding Reynolds, or was there something more? Well, according to multiple insiders, Robert Downey Jr. made a deliberate choice to distance himself from Reynolds and possibly even take sides in the feud. That's right. Rumors are swirling that RDJ has thrown his support behind Justin Baldoni in this ongoing Hollywood war.
Blake, what does it mean to be back with Anna? Oh, it's the best. I'm so happy. Anna, what does it mean to be working with Blake again? Oh, we're talking about you all day. Oh my God. Come on. Get it in selfie mode.
While Reynolds and Lively were reportedly attempting to manipulate RDJ into joining their camp, RDJ quickly saw through the drama and decided to keep his distance. Sources say that RDJ has always respected Baldoni's integrity and didn't want to be involved in any situation that could compromise his own reputation. In fact, insiders have hinted that RDJ quietly made his allegiance clear by not only turning down the cameo offer but also by reaching out to Baldoni to express his support. This move has sent shockwaves through Hollywood, with many speculating that RDJ's decision to side with Baldoni could have major implications for Reynolds' standing in the industry. Now, let's talk about the growing backlash against Ryan Reynolds. Over the past few months, more and more celebrities have been coming forward with their own stories about working with Reynolds, and the picture that's being painted isn't pretty. What started as whispers about creative differences on set has escalated into full-blown accusations of controlling behavior and difficult working conditions. Even Hollywood legend Martha Stewart, known for her sharp wit and no-nonsense attitude, made a subtle comment about Ryan Reynolds that had fans raising their eyebrows. In a recent interview, Stewart mentioned that while she admires Reynolds' humor and charisma, there's a side of him that can be a little too much when the cameras stop rolling. Coming from someone as seasoned as Stewart, that's no small statement. And then there are Reynolds' co-stars from the Deadpool franchise. Insiders report that Morena Baccarin, who plays Vanessa in the films, has had her own struggles working with Reynolds. While she's always been professional on set, sources say that there were tensions brewing between the two during the filming of Deadpool 2. And she's not the only one. Former Deadpool director Tim Miller also parted ways with Reynolds after creative differences turned into a public spat. This wave of stories has led many to question if the public persona that Ryan Reynolds has cultivated, funny, self-deprecating, and endlessly charming, is starting to crack under the pressure of Hollywood's expectations. So, where does this all leave Ryan Reynolds? The Hollywood landscape is changing, and with more celebrities speaking out about their experiences, it's clear that Reynolds is facing a major image crisis. While he's managed to maintain a squeaky clean public image for years, the tide is beginning to turn. At this point, the question on everyone's mind is, can Ryan Reynolds bounce back from this? He's certainly a skilled actor with a fan base that adores him, but Hollywood is a place where one bad headline can destroy an entire career. With so many stars coming forward with their stories, Reynolds may find it increasingly difficult to keep his reputation intact. On the other hand, Hollywood is nothing if not unpredictable. We've seen stars face backlash before, only to make triumphant comebacks when the time is right. Reynolds might still have a chance to reclaim his place as one of Hollywood's most beloved actors. But it won't be easy, especially with Robert Downey Jr. seemingly distancing himself from Reynolds' drama. And there you have it. What started as a simple movie cameo rejection has spiraled into one of the most shocking Hollywood dramas in recent memory. Robert Downey Jr. saw the writing on the wall and made his decision clear. He's staying far away from the chaos surrounding Ryan Reynolds. But as the rumors and controversies continue to unfold, one thing is certain: Hollywood's golden boy may be facing his biggest challenge yet. So, what do you think? Is this the beginning of the end for Ryan Reynolds, or will he find a way to bounce back despite all the bad press? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more shocking celebrity drama. This story is far from over, and you won't want to miss what happens next.